of like Julio Foolio and an artist that passed. I think there was a kid from Chicago. DJU interviewed him. He went onto the
The nigga threw the nigga off the building, fam.
oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. There's a Chicago kid, a rapper. I never heard of his music before, but DJU interviewed him. Apparently he was asking the shorty if there was a back door, and apparently he died. I think DJU got the last interview. Like, you guys went through a similar situation with getting the last interview of a younger gentleman that passed. Like,
Shout out DQ, man. It's almost been a year. That's crazy.
how do you feel about like having the last of something, like having the last like interview or you spoke, like, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about like that type of shit? Like, and now that it's almost been a year, like, what is you still feeling the impact? Like, do people ask you about it? Like,
All the fucking time.
you want to come in the camera and talk about it? Because you guys did it, right?
Holy,
Yeah, please.
you guys have a workout now, eh? This is a sweet chop.
Yo, it's 101, dog. We got to do something different.
I hear you. Why not? It's our show, right?
Looks like still.
You have to turn it to him. No, turn the top part to him.
No, the bottom. The bottom. The top part is off.
Oh.
No. What does it look like, Vegas? As long as it looks fine. Yeah.
Yo, the man had to turn the thing, make sure it look fresh, you know. But yeah, you want to go first, Dwayne? Like how you feel about it?
No, the thing with DQ is like DQ is actually like a good kid still, and I don't know his situation behind the scenes, but I feel like it sucks for DQ because like after the whole episode, me and Gutsy were talking to DQ, and he was so receptive. Oh, you have no headphones?
No, charger.
Oh,
It's okay.
yeah, he was so receptive. Like, how do you feel when it came to DQ?
This shit bugs me because I think I've done a lot of interviews for niggas in this city. I think that's the first one that I've experienced. I've interviewed somebody that died completely. Like I've interviewed like a lot of these guys. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've interviewed anybody that died after, out of all the interviews we've done. So yeah, the fact that he died literally a month after we dropped the interview, or maybe the month after we did the interview, I can't remember. Yeah, a month after we did the interview, it was traumatizing to me. It was weird. I wasn't ready for that because like you see like Vlad, Adam 22, all these guys that would go and repurpose their things, and that's when the human side of me started popping into the content creation side, where it's just like I was just like, fuck, I could clip out a whole bunch of shit and make some money and this and that and the third, but we were like, fam, this guy, at the end of the day, he's human too. He has a family, regardless of what he was saying in his music, what he did on or off, like we don't know. So my whole part of it was I didn't want anybody to tarnish his name because I know how the city is. So we turned off the comments. I believe the monetization of that video is off. We actually took down the video. Like I don't even know if people know that, but like we privated that interview when he died because we didn't want the backlash of the people on the comments saying, "Oh yeah, he's a pack, he's this, he's that." A year later, it still bugs me. Like going back to what you were saying, a lot of people just don't understand. Or a lot of people just don't know the conversation we had off camera. It was so humanized. It was just me and him were just talking about whatever, you helping him with the grants and shit like that, teaching him about the grants and stuff. Like, it was just such, who he was as a rapper was, to me, didn't seem like who he was as a person.
That's the problem. Like, a lot of these guys are kids, fam. They're kids, fam. So like, yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, you can't feel sorry for a person if he talks about someone in his lyrics. You can't, all that stuff, I totally get. Like, the RP situations that he has, it's cool, but at the end of the day, he's a human being, and we had a conversation with a person, and after, it doesn't matter which rapper it is, we'd have the same conversation after with most of these rappers anyways. It doesn't matter if they're a wild side, it doesn't matter what side they're from, it doesn't matter what the situation is, but it's sad to see, like, we could tell that this kid had so much potential. If he stayed away from the RP shit, he would have been so talented. He had the look. He could rap, but at the end of the day, when he came off of that camera and was just talking as a human being, it's sad because like we just talked to the youth.
So you're saying it would have been different if he came off the camera and ignorant?
Yes.
Yeah.
If he came out the camera and he was an ignorant dude and he was just like whatever, we really had a human conversation with him. Like that had nothing to do with music and we just like I'm saying, him and Dwayne had their own conversation. Me and him were having our own conversation. You know what I'm saying? It was just the vibe was just different, fam. So going back to it too, he was a kid, fam. He's 21, 22.
I didn't think was he 20? Yeah, he was 21.
He was a baby, fam. To the point where like
you know what actually really bothered us was the fact of, I swear to God, this kid was saying shit and he didn't even mean what he was talking about.
yes.
That's the worst part. Like all the oppie shit is, it's almost like his influence around him was making him fucking like do this shit. Because when you talk to the man, this is not what he was about, fam.
And going back to it, he didn't even really have real influences because we spoke to him. Who did he have to grow up and see?
He said only person was his cousin.
Sam G.
Yeah, Sam G.
But Sam G wasn't really like, you know what I'm saying? And Sam G was in jail for most of his fucking his go. So what is, and it's no diss to G, but what is Sam G really gonna show my boy other than tell him don't do the street shit? And I don't know if G, and again, I don't know if G's gonna tell him that or not, but that could be the only thing G's really gonna tell him.
Yeah.
So and then he had the other guy, I believe it was Money Marlowe or somebody like that. But like other than that, it's not like he had somebody there. Again, I know situations is sticky, but let's just say if he was in the studio with Vegas, Vegas could have been a man to tell him, you're so talented, you don't need to do this kind of shit, fam. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have anybody there to really tell him that. So I think more than anything, I think that's something that started to help me was just anybody that comes here, you know them. Immediately we try to tell them, what's your plan? You know what I'm saying? What are you guys doing after you come off this interview? What are you guys doing after you drop this track? You guys know you can get grants? I think it's just more of a help thing. Like these kids in the city need to be informed and nobody's informing them about things. And I think that's what the Man Dem show could be for, like just helping these kids reach a next level, inform them about the next level, how to get to the next level. I think that was my whole thing is I don't ever want any of these guys to end up like DQ. I keep saying it like this show was, even my old show, it was never about me. It was about, I see how the city is. The city needs to blow up. So how can I help the city blow up? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. But how can I get other people to figure it out too? So
it's sad for him because like, and the worst part is there's a lot of kids that are like this. They're probably like in situations that they don't even want to be, but because of their influences, they are, because that's who's around them, and they don't know no better. But we just gotta change the perception of what this shit is, fam. Like, you young kids, don't throw away your lives. And it's easy for me to say because I already passed that stage a long time,
right?
And I made it out. But if you can, bro, like when you have talent like that, when you can, once you understand how to get a following, how to market yourself, nigga, that's a talent.
Fact.
That is a talent, and people pay. That's currency. People pay for that shit. Now utilize it in a way where you don't get yourself killed, fam. That's all we're saying. Like, live long enough to enjoy that talent. You understand what I'm saying? Like, right now, like all you artists that are out there and you have the skill of marketing, then your next skill you need to learn is fucking business. Find a way to get a tour. Figure out every single way for you to like make that marketing talent even bigger, because throwing away your lives at 18, 19, 20, 21, yes, yeah, you can get pussy anytime. If you're a guy, you can get pussy anytime. You guys should know this. You can get pussy anytime.
Not all guys, but
No, I said if you're a guy. You hear the keywords I said?
oh,
if you're a guy.
I thought you meant like if you're a guy, like a man.
No, if you're a guy, you know how to get pussy. If you can market yourself and people are feeling you like that, you can get pussy anytime. Get your money, get your bag, and focus on that bag. Don't focus on the oppie shit, because that shit, everybody slips, fam. Yeah, everybody slips. Some people slip and get away, but some people only get one chance. You feel what I'm saying?
It's so easy to slip.
100%. So just do your thing and just don't slip, fam.